All right, shalom, shalom to the elect. First and foremost, want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rekha Kodash, and Tawadi Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days, which the world cannot receive. And as always, double honors to our apostles, elders of Great Millstone, that taught us His truth and do with well, Brakatham. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zakwani Wa Akim, which is elders and the brothers standing stiffly for the names of Yahweh, by Yahweh Shai, truth and sincerity. And shalom to the predestined elect. All right, shalom. You good, brother? Shalom. So yeah, Lord willing, I'm able to title this lesson, blessed are they that mourn, okay, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven, because, these are the days, the times that we're living in are very serious times, and you have the nation of Israel pretty much walking around like everything is sweet, man, like everything is, like Yahweh Shai said, as in the days of Noah, okay, so shall they be in the days of the Son of Man coming, man. They shall be eating, marrying, and drinking, and giving into marriage. And so shall that day come upon them as a thief in the night, man. Well, this is what's going on the planet Earth. The RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast, is getting made up to be made mandated, okay, across the four corners of the earth, and Jake is still asleep. And when we say Jake, we're talking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. You're asleep spiritually because your spiritual eye is not awakened that this is not your rest, okay? So we're waking you up, telling you to arise, all right, and put on that beautiful garments, which is His truth. Okay, and understand the reason why you're in this condition. So, matter of fact, let's go ahead and start here in the book of Baruch. All right. Start here in the book of Baruch. All right. Baruch, chapter 2, and verse 4. It says, moreover, He hath delivered them to be in subjection to all the kingdoms that are round about us, right? We are in subjection to all the kingdoms, man. Chiefly here in Babylon the Great, the last kingdom to rule. But we're in captivity under the so-called white man Esau, Edom, and subject to payments, man. All right, subject to the laws and of the so-called white man, okay, which is unrighteous decrees. All right, we've been in captivity too long, man. All right, Jay should be tired, man, of catching hell and getting up, working a 9 to 5, bro. But not our people. It says, only the elect. It says, to be as a reproach and desolation among all the people round about, where the Lord hath scattered them. You see, so we are scattered abroad the four corners of the earth. And this is why you're going to have Jake. And that's why you know who real Hebrew Israelites are, bro. Because wherever Jake is catching pure hell, man. Okay, you got a so-called, he look like he Chinese, he in the hood, okay, he love being around, that might be an Israelite, man, through the spirit, man. Okay, he in hell, he in poverty, okay, because you're going to have our people looking like all these other nations, man, all right, because we were scattered. It says, verse 5, thus we were cast down and not exalted, right? And then the scriptures speak about how I have seen a servant walking upon the ground. I have seen certain servants sitting upon horses and princes walking upon the ground as servants, man. That's talking about Esau, Edom being on a horse, which the horse represents power and rulership. And the so-called Negro, Latino, Native American Indian, which the world was made for, the earth was made for his sake, on the ground, man, walking as a servant, man, in chains, man. And that's symbolical for what's going on today, taking place. Jake don't have a physical chain on him around his neck, around his arms and his legs. He has a spiritual chain chained around his brain, man, around his mind, because he's in a spiritual captivity from not being awakened to what the hell is going on, man. His mind has not been freed by the words of Yahweh Bashem Shai. He has not been set at liberty to understand that he is in a mortal state. But we do. And that's why we're blessed to understand that the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashem Shai, is going to heal us of all of our wounds, man. And the chief wound that we have is this captivity, man. Being a slave, man. Thinking that you're nothing but a nigga. All right? When we are princes of the power. So it says, thus we were casted down and not exalted, because we have sinned against the Lord our power and have not been obedient unto His voice. All right, so we have not been obedient to the voice of the Lord, which is what? What's the voice of the Lord? Okay, all right, the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Shai, speak by the mouth of His prophets since the world began. Okay, surely the Lord will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto the servants of prophets, man. All right. So our people have never listened to the prophets, man. So this is why we are in the worst condition that we are in today, because Jake cannot get it, man. Jake has the can't get right spirit, but not the elect. They have the fight the good fight of faith spirit, man. They have the endure all things for the elect's sake spirit, man. They have endure hardness as a good soldier spirit, man. You see? All right, so this is Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 3. It says, I'm going to start verse 2. It is better to go into the house of mourning than to the house of feasting. For that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance, the heart is made better, right, man? So sorrow is better than laughter. Why is that? Because, matter of fact, let's get a quick precept. Okay, this is the worst condition that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians have ever been, all right? In the history of our captivities on the planet Earth, man. Okay? Because something like one of the brothers always say, at least we knew that we were Hebrew Israelites in our captivities. In this captivity, Jake is through. He has completely did a 180, man, and turned around and went the whole opposite way. Scriptures say that Jake has compassed the wicked, man. His wickedness have compassed the wicked, surpassed the wicked. All right? Salakia. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians. Apologize, it's all through the spirit. 2 Thessalonians. 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, all right, verse 9. Verse 6. Seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you. Right? So we troubled, man. We are in a troublesome state. We are in great tribulation, great poverty, man. All right, we are in a mournful condition. Here it is. You got to send your children to school with a mask, man. Everywhere you go, you got to go to the park wearing a mask. Okay, you can't even breathe in fresh air, man. You can't even leave this. You can't leave the country and say you just want to leave. You just tired of being in. You can't do that, man. You can't establish. You don't own anything, man. So we are completely troubled, man. And the greatest trouble is coming on the planet Earth, and that's Jacob's trouble, man. When the RFID tip, which is the mark of the beast, is made mandatory, and our people are wide asleep. Okay? This is Revelations chapter 2. Okay? Because it said tribulation, right? Revelations chapter 2 and verse 9. I know thy works, in tribulation, in poverty, but thou art rich, right? Rich in faith, rich in the spirit, riches, all right? Treasures laid up in the heavens where no man can break through and steal. This is a third temple, man. All right, this is a spiritual temple that's being built. Amos 9:11, the house of David being raised up, man. When the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right, is going to ultimately put the laws, statutes, commandments in our mind. We're going to be given a fleshly heart and not this stony heart. Okay, and you nations ain't going to have to come up and ransack the temple, man, because the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will be in us, man. So you ain't going to ransack and run up on no man of the Lord, man. All right, the nation of Israel, that is, man. Starting off with the elect. It ain't happening. It says, and I know the blasphemy of them that would say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan, right? Speaking of you so-called white people, man. You Edomites, man. You red Hebrew Edomites, man. The devil that the Bible speaks of, the wicked of the earth, the curse of the Lord. Okay, who have what? Sworn, okay, sworn on the Bible, who said there is no Most High. Okay. All right, and chiefly walking upon the planet Earth, taking on people's nationality, and you ain't got no heritage, man. Okay? Going back to 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 6, seeing it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you, man. And that's going to start with Yahushua, Mashiach, and the angels. Okay? Chiefly when this place Babylon is thrown down, man. Ultimately. Okay, and the Lord is doing this on an economic scale, spiritual scale, and ultimately it's going to be on a physical scale where this place is going to be ultimately destroyed, man. All right? And Yahushua, Mashiach, and the angels going to come through simultaneously. The ICBMs, the missiles, all right, is obliterating this place, man. And the men of the Lord getting down, all right? This place got nothing but great destruction coming to it, man. Great judgment from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That is the recompense for Babylon the Great. All right, it says, verse 7, and to you who are troubled, right, rest with us. So, right, so better it is to be in the house of mourning. Come rest with us. All right, okay, in the house of David rather than being in the house of mirth. Okay, okay, in a house that's built, all right, off of complete wickedness, man. I.e., Babylon the Great, man. Come rest with us in the spirit, man. All right, and so it says, when the Lord Yahushai shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels. All right. So yeah, man, this is the true rest. That's why Micah 2:10 says, "This is not your rest." Speaking of the captivity, man, the scriptures say that we look for a dwelling place, man. All right. Okay, we don't have a rest, man, until Yahweh Shem Yahushai establish us, all right, back in our land, man. Other than that, we are pilgrims upon earth. Okay, so going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 3, verse 5, it says, it is better to hear verse 4, the heart of the wise is in a house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in a house of mirth. Jump down to verse 7, surely oppression maketh a wise man mad, and a gift destroyeth the heart. And when you go into that word there in oppression, in the blue letter, in the treasury, okay, it says oppression of the poor. And we just went into the Lord know the poverty and the tribulation. So that's why you know wherever who the Hebrew Israelites is, because they're going to be in the greatest poverty. Okay, they're going to be in great tribulations. They're greatly afflicted, man. All right. Okay, they don't have it, man. Okay, but in the spirit they rich. Okay. So let's get this in Matthew's what Yahushua said concerning, all right, concerning that. Matthew's chapter 5 and verse 4. Slot verse 3. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted, man. So we're comforted by this truth. We're comforted knowing that we don't need reparations from our enemies, man. We're comforted knowing that it's prophesied that Yahushua is going to come, and this is written. We're comforted knowing that there is a way, all right, and that way is through Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. We're comforted knowing that this is not the end-all, be-all for the nation of Israel. We're comforted knowing that the Most High is not a man that he shall lie. He's going to make a surety on this promise that he have made with our forefathers Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To what? Give us back the promised land, man. To give us the land, all right, flowing with milk and honey, man, and ultimately reestablish, all right, the planet Earth in righteousness, man. Okay, press the restart button with the nation of Israel on top, according to Micah the 4th chapter, man. So that's why we're comforted, man. And to know that our Lord Yahushua is going to reign on the planet Earth, man. And to have all you nations, as it is written, on his head were many crowns, which is all you kingdoms, bowing down to Yahushua, and every knee that shall not bow, all right, and every tongue that shall not confess. What did Yahushua say? Bring them hither and slay them before me. So the man of the Lord is going to get busy. If you don't want to get right, you're going to get left, okay? So let's go to Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, right? So better it is that we understand the end of the world, which is the end of so-called Esau Edom's rulership, than the beginning of it, man. Because it looked good, it looked beautiful. It's an American dream, but ultimately what? It's an American scheme, and the scheme is up, my man. All right, the time is up. You see. So it says, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, right? So we're in the end of the scriptures say the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more lead thee into captivity. The Lord said, affliction shall not rise up a second time. All right. So this is it, man. This is the end of our captivity. Okay. This is the end of wickedness, man. All right. As a matter of fact, a precept just came to my mind through the Spirit in the book of 2nd Ezra. I believe that's 2nd Ezra 7. 2nd Ezra 7 or 2nd Ezra 8. Yeah, there it is. 2nd Ezra chapter 7, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 7 in verse 43. But the day of doom shall be the end of this time. See the word doom meaning judgment. So the day of doom is going to be the day where Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is going to release these missiles, which is part of his host, a part of his army, and send his only begotten son Yahushua, and Michael the archangel, and the rest of the angels, Daniel 12:1, on down and get right with you, man. Okay? It says, shall be the end of this time and the beginning of the immortality for it to come, wherein corruption is past. And that beginning of immortality, starting off with the men that died in the will of, in the works of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, their works is going to follow them, man. That's 1 Thessalonians 4:16. So the men that have to lay down their life for Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, guess what? They're going to be raised up incorruptible, man. And that's going to be the beginning of it that follow it, man. Okay? And then we're going to be able to rule, and the earth is going to be at rest. Okay, the nations, all right, will be in a subjection after they get their heads bashed in for 1,000 years. Okay, and understand that you have to repay, you have to have this recompense. Okay, because the Lord is the Lord Yahweh Shemshai said, vengeance is in his heart, man. Okay, in the year of his redeem is come. All right, so then everything is going to be restarted, man, and refreshed and new. All right, so let's go ahead and close out. All right, going back to Ecclesiastes chapter 7 and verse 8. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit, and what the scriptures say, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. Woe to you that have lost patience, man. In your patience possess ye your soul. Okay? All right? So this patience, all right, this suffering that we're doing is suffering for the Lord, man. All right, so this has a very scripture say, cast not away your confidence, for there is a great reward, man. So this this patience that we're exercising is working towards our salvation, man. It says, in the patient in spirit, which is going to lead to the kingdom of heaven, is better than the proud in spirit, which is going to lead to his destruction. You see, so patience leads to the kingdom, and pride leads to destruction. All right, patience leads to salvation, and pride leads to condemnation, man. All right, so Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect. All right, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash, and Dawadi Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, for giving us the spirit of truth in these last days, which the world cannot receive. And as always, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth, Barakathum, and do it well. Peace, love, and salutations to the Zakoni Achim. Shalom to the elect.